Welcome everybody, my name is Jody Jordan and I'm a demonstrator for Stampin' Up! And today we're going to make a fall card using the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. This is going to be in the new coming holiday catalog, the mini from September to December. And we're going to do this sunflower. Now I'm going to get into the sunflower, but I want to show you the other. Let me grab I'll just grab my plate here. So you have snowflakes. You have like a fall scene, and I was gonna do this one, but I don't have the mini blend brushes. So I'm gonna buy some, and then I'll for sure do a card with this because I like this background. It's really a nice fall background. Then you have the, I think this is called houndstooth. I think that's what this is called. And then we have, this is what we're doing today. We have the sunflower. And then we have the leaves. And this is the order that you're going to want to do your blending. There's a number up here with a little notch. This is 1. And then here's the leaves 2. We're not going to do the leaves, but I'm just telling you, if you do something else, this is the order they suggest you do it. This will be the center 3, and then this is the decorative element of the center 4. So let's get started. Let me get all these, the ones we're not using, out of the way. I tried a couple different color combinations, and I like a different color combination than what I'm using a little bit better, but I wanted to use some of the new colors. So I love the color Cajun Craze, but they came out with a new, it's called Copper Clay. I'm going to use Copper Clay today just because I wanted to use some of the new in colors a little bit. I'm also going to be using some of the All About Autumn. I'm going to use this sheet right here, designer paper, to cut my leaves. The leaves are going to be cut from, let's see, this is the, what is it called? I got the name. The Chic Dies. It's a bundle with this, the Season of Chic, or Chic, the Season of Chic, I think is what that says. I'm going to use the flower die, and then I'm probably going to, or not the flower die, the leaf die, and then there's like a layering part of the leaf that I'm going to use for that. The cardstock that we're going to use, I don't even know if I have all my pieces here. Okay, so regular card base. Then you have a gold layer piece that's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then you're going to have a regular, this is very vanilla. I had to think of it. I haven't used it in so long. This is the very vanilla cardstock. I'm using the thick one. I'm running this through the embossing folder, so that's why I'm using the thick one. I mean, I have both, but if you only have one or the other, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But that is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have, I believe this is, let's see, I got my paper upside down here. Let's see, the gold piece is 1 1/2 by 4, and then the very vanilla is 1 1/4 by 4. And then obviously you would need another set of these two to go on the inside, which I don't think I have that. Then you're going to need like a couple scraps of gold to do this piece right here. I have one already done, but I'm gonna do a second one, so you'll need that. And then I think that's all. Then you're gonna need your, so for the stamp set, I tried a couple different ones to make it fit in the space that I'm using, and I really wanted to use Thinking of You, and I felt like it took up too much room. So I went with the Hello, but even the Hello is a little large, so I just love this font. I don't know. Well, when we get to the stamping part, we'll figure that out. Okay, so the colors that I'm using are Daffodil, Calypso Coral, Early Espresso. These I don't need. Let's see. Okay, so let's just get our... I'm sorry, then you're going to need another piece of... just, you know, a piece to do your stencil on. So let's start with one. You can do all three if you want, but I'm only going to use this large one, so that's all I'm going to color today. Now, originally I was going to use gold embossing, but I didn't like the way it left like a residue on my stencil or my decorative mask, so I cleaned it as best I could and decided against it. You can do whatever you want, but I like to protect the things. Like I did that once before with another project years ago, and it didn't run it to the point to where I couldn't use it, but it did make it, I don't know, I felt like it made it awful kind of sticky. Looks like I need to get just a little bit right here. Okay. Now I'm going to take the Cajun Craze, and I'm going to just do right along the edges to give it some extra color. Like, you know, when you see sunflowers, they kind of are more than one color. So I wanted to kind of liven it up and just kind of bring in just a little bit more color. And it kind of looks cool if you do this little swirling motion. It kind of drags on that one side. See, I just want to give you a peek. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so we can actually, I said give you a peek, but we can move that out of the way. So then your next one, you're going to line that up to do just the center. And with that one, I'm going to keep the same center color, the Cajun Craze. Okay, isn't that pretty? I mean, you don't even have to put on the next layer if you didn't want, because that is just so pretty. But I also think that the next one gives it just a little bit of something in the middle. Now you could go with Cajun Craze and hit it the same color, and it will be darker. Or this is the one that I said I did the gold heat embossing on, and I'll actually show it to you. That's what it looks like, but I like the look of it, but I didn't like what it did to my mask. So, you know, it's up to you. But I'm just going to go in with the Early Espresso and make it just a little bit darker to make it different, to contrast the color. As soon as I seen this, I knew I wanted it. I was hoping that we would get some really good decorative masks, and I really like that you can layer them. That's my favorite thing, when they have the ones that you can layer and put multiple colors on. Just look how gorgeous that is. I mean, it's just so pretty. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. So now we're going to fussy cut. It didn't come with dies, but that's okay with me because since it didn't come with dies, that just keeps the, you know, the cost down. I think these are only like $10, so that's an amazing price, you know, and you can use them over and over and over. I'm not the biggest fan of fussy cutting, but I'll do it. So whenever you fussy cut, you always want to move your image around and just keep one continuous. I mean, obviously you have to open your scissors every once in a while, but just keep moving this. Now see there, I went a little bit too far. You can come back when you're going to pull that up and just keep turning your image. I can hear people outside. I live close to an airport, not right by an airport, but I can hear the planes go by. I'm always teasing my son. I don't know if I've told people before he bought an airplane. He really doesn't fly it. He just rents it out. But I always tell him, your plane's going by every time I hear a plane. But I can't tell if it's a plane or if it's someone mowing the grass. But hopefully you don't hear it in the background. If you do, I apologize. I haven't heard any. I live in a construction zone because our homes, these are new home builds, and you always hear the little like nail guns and saws and things, but they're pretty much done with my section. They're in the finishing stages of a few of them, but for the most part, my section is done. Yeah, I think it's a lawnmower because if it was a plane, it would have already went by. Okay. I tried doing this on white, and I feel like the Very Vanilla looks better. It gives it a lot better. It just blends better. I mean, I don't know what I did with the ones that I did on white. If I threw them away or if I put them to the side. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so that's done. So now let me get all this out of the way and bring in my, what I do with the embossing folder. I got stuff everywhere. Did I put it up? Surely not. I knew I was going to use it. I try to keep anything that I'm not going to use off my desk. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we're going to take the Cajun Craze, and I am going to, so if you have your embossing folder, now this is new also in the holiday mini catalog that's coming in September. And if you need to request a catalog, there will be a link in the description below to join my email and just send me a message and I will send you one. But this is the Distress Tile 3D, and when you open it, you got your line here, but then we're going to do the back side, so it's going to push the ink into the back, or in our case, it's going to be our front, but you just want to spread that ink out. Now see how there's some places where that's the distressed part of it. It doesn't cover the whole thing. I love this, the look of this embossing folder. And then, oh, I already got ink all over that. Then you're just going to drop it in as straight as possible. Close it. Now let me get my embossing machine. hope everything is in the camera because I'm having issues with, I have a software where I can watch myself while I'm doing the video, but a lot of times I still mess up because I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing. So, okay, so you're gonna see, hopefully you can see, we pull this out, flip that over, see it's inside, so this would technically be the back. This is the raised side. So I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm not even going to, I'll clean it later because we're going to go ahead and do our embossing, or our die cutting. So I'm using this foil sheet and I'm going to just cut off a piece of it to do our leaf. And this is those Chic or Chic dies. I'm going to do the full leaf, this one. And then this one I'm going to do in the gold. Hopefully you can see. I know normally when I do die cutting online or on camera, you can't really see the whole thing anyways, but normally you can see about right here. I guess it depends on, I know when I do my sped up videos. Okay. Let's try that again with, I forgot to put this under there. There we go. I apologize for all the noise. Normally when I do my videos, I'll do a voiceover, but I'm just winging it today because I waited till the last minute to do my video. My video should have already been out today. Sometimes I schedule my videos and then sometimes I just do them, you know, the day of, and today is a day of day, so. Okay, and let me put my dies up before I lose them. I always try to put my dies up right away because there's so many times I've dropped them and barely could find them. I can only imagine if I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these little things out. Now, I probably should have done a adhesive sheet because this is so thin, but like I said, we're going to wing it today. Hopefully I don't get glue everywhere. This is such an elegant card. I love that, like, those are my favorite two looks when I do cards, is either cute or elegant. Like, I like the cutesy of animals and things like that, but I like the elegance of like fall golds and things like that. That's just my favorite. That's why one of the new papers has a lot of gold in it. The one that this one right here, it's so pretty. I'm gonna end up getting a few packs of that probably. I'm getting so much better about cutting my paper. I used to get scared and I didn't want to cut it. And then I used to use, like, when I would do my sample or my practice card, I call it, I would, now I made 2 of those. I would always use, like, we're letting that dry. I would always be a little scared to cut it, but I've been going for it lately. Okay, so remember I said that the sentiment barely fits because the leaf is so large. So when you stamp it, you want to stay all the way over here to this right side. And here's a little tip. If you put your stamp down like straight in the middle like this, when you stamp, you're judging based on the block. You don't really realize you're doing that, but you judge it. If you place it like this at a triangle, then you're not judging it based on the square. You're actually lining it up. So let's see if we can get this as far over to the side as I can, almost kissing that edge. And this, I'm using the, what's this one? Oh, I ended up using Cajun Craze. Did I use Cajun Craze when I did the, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If whichever color you have, it's still gonna look nice. I'm wondering if I used that, because I think I did. Let's see. This is the new one. I think I did. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not that you're going to be able to really tell, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to glue this to our gold. I have to get quiet when I'm trying to straighten it up. Okay. I'm going to set this to the side and let it dry. And then this piece, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue it down to the gold. Now this will fit from side to side. You just need to even it out from top to bottom. Okay. Now we're going to adhere this to our card base. And then, I don't know if I should pop this up or what. I think I'm going to pop this up. Everyone's ready for fall. I live in Florida, so it's hot here all the time, but it's been really hot. Like all over the country, it's been hot, but in Florida, it was 100 degrees yesterday. And my husband and I, we went doing some shopping for the wedding or whatever, trying to find stuff for my daughter's wedding. And when we were out, it was 100 degrees, and there was this guy. I'm thinking, how much do they pay those people? It was like a guy that had on a dog costume that was like, you know, advertising with the sign trying to sell puppies. And I was like, they would have to pay me a whole lot of money to be out there in some dog costume trying to sell puppies at 100-degree weather. Like, no. Okay, so here, if you try to pick like one that's kind of like where the leaves go in to try and kind of cup in through there, then I think you'll get away with this right here pretty good. But you have to like figure out your placement for your leaves. I'm thinking I'm going to do it like that. I was going to do it like that, but yeah, I think I'm going to do the 2 at the top just because there's so much space up here. And then, I keep thinking I want to put some like baker's twine or something. Let me see. Let's do some linen thread. I got some, this is some linen thread from one of my old paper pumpkin kits. I'm losing everything. Let me see if I can get this to go. I just put in a new cartridge, so let me see. I'm just doing like a little figure 8. Hopefully I am in the camera for everything because, like I said, I cannot see today what's going on. Okay, and I'm going to put dimensionals on. Let's see. I think I'm going to put more tape here. But I'm going to put the dimensionals on the top and the bottom. On the leaves. Okay. We used to have this like, it wasn't linen, but it was thinner than the, it was very thin, like a thread, but it was gold. I wish we had some of that. I do have the cording, but the cording is thicker than what I want, so. Okay, so just make sure you're looking right here when you're popping this down on your hello. And then I'm going to see if, did you know if this is all wound up, you can take your thumb and or your fingernail and go like that and I'll straighten it out. So I'm going to double it. I'm going to do a double little bow. Let me do that over. Let me make it a little bit longer. Okay. And then I have my ribbon scissors. Let me grab a glue dot. I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to wad it up and just stick it right behind here. Put it in the middle of our, and give it a trim. So I always do this. I always forget to put my my dots on. I always sound off or whatever and forget to put these on. So these are new also. They're the adhesive back speckled dots. These are the ones that when I did my my video, I was telling you that it almost looks like when they bake these, that just before it went in the oven, they sprinkled like a glitter on the top. Because some of them have more glitter on the top than the other, but yeah, so that I'm going to use these. I think I'm going to bring out the green, use the green ones. So let's see. So here is our beautiful first fall card for the season, and I just want to remind everyone about my ribbon and paper share that's going to be coming. If you fill out or if you click on the link in the description below to join my email list, I will send you a registration as soon as that I'm able to do that. Registration is going to be September 1st through the 5th, and then I'll order the paper on the 6th, and when it comes in, I'll get it all cut and ready to send to you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this card today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, share. I'm a newer channel and I am trying to grow, and I appreciate any comments or anything that you can do to help me out. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.